Hello, friends. Good morning. It is 6:30 a.m. This video is brought to you by my 6:30 a.m. class that canceled within 24 hours before the class began. What does that mean? That means I get paid to hang out with you guys and have some popcorn right now. Okay, but first, let me be careful and set an alarm for 6:55 a.m. Set, so that I for sure make it to my 7 o'clock class. You know what's exciting? My 7 o'clock class is a short notice booking. So that means not only do I get paid for the 6:30 time slot that I don't have to teach, but my 7 o'clock class gets an extra $2 for being booked short notice. So I'm getting paid for 4 classes plus $2 extra, and I only have to teach 3 classes. So I thought that was pretty cool. So let's chat. I don't have that much to chat about. I've been so sick for way too long. I lost my voice first, and then luckily my nose hasn't been stuffy at all or runny for the most part. But goodness gracious. It's been like over a week, maybe 2 weeks even. And now my 2-year-old started to sound like he was losing his voice last night before bed. So I'm hoping that he does not get it. He had a little bit of a cough yesterday, but I've been coughing so bad all the time. Anyway, we're just hanging out. I just taught structural adaptations. So I'm putting my props away, but I'm going to show you what props I used. We talked about the elephant's trunk as a structural adaptation. We talked about the polar bear's claws as a structural adaptation. We talked about a fish's fins. And most of the lesson was about sharks. And we talked about the humps on a camel. A lot of my animals I got from thrift stores or from Facebook Marketplace. Occasionally there will be someone that has like all of these plastic animals, and they'll be like $10 for a huge bag of them. And so I'll go through them and pick out which ones I want for my classes. So I have like a whole container of, under the sea animals. I have a bunch of like zoo animals. I have a lot of birds and pets and farm animals. I got these bins at Dollar Tree, and I got this shelf is technically a shoe rack. I got it for like $5 on Facebook Marketplace, and it's just perfect for these little bins. I have these pocket organizers. I have another one down here connected to the side of the shelf. So I have, my little characters for family and stuff like that. I use this one because I already have a dad character. I use this one for short and tall. I'll be like, because you know how sometimes they have tall, taller, tallest, but sometimes they have short, shorter, shortest, or mom, dad, family. But I also use him for whenever it's talking about knee, when talking about body parts, or bend the knee when talking about walk like an Egyptian, stuff like that, because I prefer to show a knee on a doll than have to do some sort of weird acrobatic to get my knee on camera. It's just, if you're into that, more bonus points to you, but I'm not that into that. So anyway, but yeah, my headset is kind of, this headset has served me well for over a year, but now the sound on this side doesn't work anymore. And the students keep telling me that my sound is too quiet. So I keep having to just take my headset off to teach. So when I get the chance, I'm going to look in my drawers because my husband and I were remembering that we bought a backup headset. I just need to track it down and find it. My husband bought me a Bluetooth headset, but I'm just like nervous about using that one. So we'll see. But I loved this headset. It was my favorite one, but that's okay. I might get another one when we have a little extra dough. So yeah, I just taught structural adaptations to my student, Annie. Annie was a student of mine that I've taught her over 35 times, and I thought that I lost her for good because what happened was she can do some crazy stuff, and I left in feedback, please not to lick the camera, because she just, as much as I was asking her in class politely not to be that silly and lick the camera, is really gross, and it was really distracting and not on topic. And so I mentioned it in parent feedback, and I got an e-card profusely apologizing, and then she had canceled her classes for me, and I didn't see her again for a couple of weeks. And I was like, oh no, I've lost this student for good because, you know, I maybe made her lose face or made her feel guilty or maybe be too afraid to take classes with me because I made her feel ashamed or something. So I felt like, oh man, that was a really good student that booked all the time. Then she booked me again, and I saw that she only took one class with another teacher, and she told me she was on vacation. I told her, I missed you so much, and I'm so happy to teach you. So that was the other day, and then she had a booking with me again today. So if you have a situation like that you feel like something you said or did made a student stop booking with you, feel free to send an e-card. That's what I did, and let them know that you really miss them in class and you love teaching them and you really hope to see them again soon. I love that we can send e-cards because when bookings are low, you can look on your app and see like who has a birthday and send them birthday cards, and see who's left you 5 apples recently and send them a card saying thank you for the apples and I hope to see you in class soon. E-cards are a great way to bring those students back around to you because it makes them realize, oh, this teacher really, really cares because she sent an e-card. And it only takes like 2 seconds to write a little message and send it. It doesn't take up a lot of your time. And you can even copy and paste the same message to several students for their birthday and stuff like that. So, and if you have been more booked in the past than you are now, go back to those students that used to book you all the time, your former regulars, and send them some e-cards and let them know that you love them and you miss them. So since I have a little extra time, I'm going to put on some eyeliner, some mascara, some light contour eyeshadow, and dark contour eyeshadow. So we're just kind of gonna have a little getting ready with me. Candy Addicted, good morning. Candy Addicted, tell me about yourself. Are you a teacher? Are you a mom? Do you work for VIPKID? Do you live in China? Where do you live? Talk to me. I'm just putting on my eyeliner from Dollar Tree because I'm cheap like that. I work for VIPKID. I live in Georgia. Oh, very good. Do you have classes this morning? Did your 6:30 class cancel or not show? My 6:30 class canceled within 24 hours, so I'm getting paid to make a video. So YouTube does not pay me as of yet. I'm currently up to 518 subscribers. Once you get to 1,000, if you meet the other criteria, which is watch time and all that, then you can start putting ads on your videos and start to get a little bit of ad revenue, make a little bit of money. My brother has a gaming channel with like maybe 3,000 subscribers and not that much view time and stuff, but he makes about $30 a month ad revenue. So I just decided to start YouTube the same time I started VIPKID, which was 22 months ago. And obviously trying to work it up eventually to being a paycheck, might have some referrals possibly at some point in time through this YouTube channel, and may eventually work this up to being a second paycheck. And if heaven forbid VIPKID ever falls through, at least I would have some sort of side hustle, right? But right now this is just a hobby, and it's a way of having community and making friends with fellow VIPKID teachers. Oh yeah. Woohoo, paid break. Oh, you have an 8 a.m. class. Very good. Oh, I love Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree's the bomb. Yeah. I am fairly new. Any level 2 tips. I'm teaching emotions and loss on props. For the most part, I use facial expressions for talking about emotions. So that's called TPR, which is total physical response, which means which means we try to get the student to do it as well. So it's almost better not to use props for emotions, except for I have this one to show fine and happy. So they see the difference, right? Fine is like fine, happy is like happy. And I love to say to students, I say angry. Can you show me angry? And then we laugh about it when we make silly angry faces. We talk about silly. Funny thing about silly, I have a video about silly. Silly doesn't translate well, but it's one of our vocabulary words we have to teach. So we don't mention silly in the feedback when writing to them about what they learned, because it would translate as fool. But because it is a used vocabulary word in English, it is a vocabulary word that we teach them. So complicated, but yeah. So yeah, I have a video about that. I'm fluent in Spanish, and we have that same problem in Spanish. I said on Facebook that my daughter's so silly, and my mother-in-law, her first language is Spanish. She's from Ecuador, and she didn't understand. So I'm putting this lighter color on my eyelid and up here. She didn't understand because she translated on Google Translate, and silly translates as fool. And she sent me a whole message on Facebook lecturing me, letting me know, Evelyn, the words we use for our children is very important and impacts them. And, we really shouldn't be saying insulting words for our children. And I was like, okay, the word silly isn't translating correctly. So I tried my best to explain it to her, but I also made a mental note to choose to use different words when talking to my mother-in-law. So the same thing happens with the word Dick, the name Dick. Our students can choose the name Dick, but we can't type it in feedback. So you can say your son or the student, or you can say Dick, but you have to put spaces between the letters and stuff. So it's surprising to me that, words that are vocabulary words or English names they can choose, we can't write in feedback, because the reason is it's Tencent is a computer program that translates our feedback. It's like the China version of Google Translate. And if you know anything about languages and Google Translate, it can be pretty silly. So my dino's looking a little crooked. That's just a regular dino with a butterfly pillow behind him. So anyway, translation issues. But anyway, so yeah, you could print off emotion pictures and show them to show the difference between fine and happy, but you really don't need that many props for teaching emotions. You can just be like, sad. Sad. Can you show me sad? Can you be sad? Sad. And then you can laugh with them like, that was so funny. Be like, happy. Can you show me happy? Happy, 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 happy. Angry. I'm so mad. Can you show me mad? And then when they go, you say, good job. And you give them a star. You get a star. Woohoo! Yay! Good job. So, even though I'm a prop queen, there are some classes that I hardly use props for. And that's okay too, right? Thank you. Yeah, the idea behind showing the angry face is make sure that you turn it into a joke so they don't misunderstand and think you're actually angry at them. Be like, can you be angry? Angry. And then like laugh with them like, I'm so angry. So, but yeah, that's the way you can kind of have fun with that one. Also, you don't have to have puppets, but if you have dolls, that would be great. You can be like, she is happy. She is happy. She is happy. Happy. She is happy. She is happy. She is happy. He is mad. 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 They are silly. 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 Very good. So by showing, or say, let's say you have a simpler version. You can say, you can extend with saying, Grandma is happy. Brother is mad. You know, so if you have extra. Also, okay, extending with level 2, right? If you see that you have so much extra time, you can practice counting with them, or you can practice singing the ABCs with them. The ABCs in China is a little bit different than the ABCs in America, but if you sing it the American version, they're oftentimes familiar with that version too. But this is how they sing it in China, which is very similar to ours, but it doesn't have the LMNOP. It has a break after the N. So it goes A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z. Now you see, I can sing my ABCs. So let's sing that one more time. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z. Now you see, I can sing my ABCs. I also hold this up often when asking them how old they are. I say, how old are you? And if they say, I'm 5, I'm like, 5 years old. Very good. I got this at Dollar Tree. It's a puzzle. And I just kind of glued a popsicle stick to the back, just kind of hold it together a little bit better. Wow, that is so different from the American version. Well, I like it because my child, when she was 2 years old, she thought Elmo was in the ABC song. She thought Elmo P. So this gets rid of the LMNOP version. It says LMNOPQ, right? So yeah, I say, how old are you? So a lot of times on the first slide, you are more than welcome to have a bit of a conversation with them for a few minutes to get to know them for a couple minutes, right? So oftentimes I teach a lot of lower levels. So I'll say, hello, my name is Teacher Evelyn. What is your name? Nice to meet you, Bow Bow, Bow Bow. How are you today? And if they say their age, I say, oh, how old are you? Oh, you're 5? But how are you? Are you fine? Are you happy? Happy? I'm so happy to see you today. How about, what is your favorite color? What color do you like? And if they can't tell me, I say, well, I like blue. My favorite color is blue. What color do you like? And if they have trouble, I'll start saying some of the colors. But usually, our level 2 students, even our level 1 students, a lot of times before they even sign up for VIPKid, our students know their colors, letters, numbers, and shapes because they're signing up for VIPKid to learn new things, right? So I'll say, pink, pink. My favorite color is pink. Wow, very good. So I take notes on the side here. So I'll say the student's age and their favorite color. And oftentimes I'll ask them their favorite animal. I'll say, what is your favorite animal? What animal do you like? A dog? Woof, woof. Very good. My favorite animal is a rabbit. Hello. Very good. So I take notes off to the side so that in my both in my feedback to them and in my teacher to teacher, I say what their favorite color was, what their favorite animal was, so that they see that I care individually about them, to know those things about them. And just making that connection at the beginning of class, it helps them loosen up and be like, okay, this teacher's cool. She cares about what my favorite animal and my favorite color is, right? I also say, where are you from? Where are you from? And if they look stumped by that, or if a lot of times they'll just say China, and I'm like, oh, good. I'm from China. I'm from China. Good job. I'm from America. Very good. So it's just a way of extending at the beginning of class to get to know them a little bit more. And also, since they're younger, obviously I know they're from China, but it's a way of them practicing those simple phrases when they're just like level 2 and stuff, like my favorite color is pink, you know. And since even when I teach them several times, I still ask some of those same questions again because they're a lower level and I want them to practice their English, practice those simple phrases. Very good. You can tell I'm an amazing teacher. Thank you. I love that. Another thing I do is on the last slide, oftentimes there's a blank slide. I'll write their name in a heart and I'll say, I love you. And I'll use the AR sticker that has Dino going across the screen and Dino says bye-bye. And I'll have my Dino puppet and I'll say, I love you. Thank you. See you next time. Bye-bye. That way I'm not just cutting off, just saying bye and cutting off. I'm showing them that I care. And it's extra special as a teacher to hear them say, I love you so much, or I love you, teacher. I'm like, oh, that makes me happy. It's like my reward for teaching, right? So, but I would say for the older boys, I cut out the heart part and the puppet part, and I just put the Dino going across the screen saying bye-bye. And I'll say, great job in class today. You get a gold trophy. You did so well. And I'll click the great reading or perfect or very good. And I'll say, I hope to see you again soon. Just because the older boys, if he's like 12, 13, it might be a little weird for him for me to write his name in a heart. I'll just write his name in a smiley face and say, you did a great job. You get a gold trophy. So some people don't do a secondary reward. I'm the opposite of that. I give 5 stars, a secondary reward, and 1 to 3 gold trophies per class. If my student's very naughty, no gold trophies. But like I had a student, one of my regulars, she was eating corn on the cob for half the class and playing with a ribbon in her mouth the second half of class. She didn't get any gold trophies that day. I give it to them if they sing the ABCs independently, or if they read really well and don't have any mistakes for a whole paragraph, something like that. I'm like, you read so well, you get a gold trophy. So I save it for special moments that they do really well. So yeah, so that is like, I really did earn that reward. You know what I mean? So yeah, with stars, I give 1 star on the first slide, like the introductory slide, when they either do the actions or read or whatever it is they have to do during the warm-up. Then I give another star at 5 minutes in. Then I give another star a little bit before 15 minutes in. Then I give another star at 20 minutes, and the last star always at 25 minutes. So always finish class with 5 stars. The only times I haven't finished class with 5 stars is when the student had IT issues and we didn't finish the course or didn't finish the class because they left early or they cut off early. They don't get those stars. I don't give them stars when they're not present, but if they're present, they get stars. I have some videos about what to do if you have shy students or naughty students or students who refuse to participate. I'm a fun, happy teacher, but if my student is willfully disobeying and choosing not to participate, I get serious. I say, Penny, 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 I need you to look at me. Look, please read. And then when she participates, I give her a star and I'm like, good job, thank you. So I quickly get out of that stern face, but they do expect you to be able to pull the student back in when they're being a little bit crazy. Class in school for Chinese students, I have 1 more minute till I have to get going. At school, they have to be very serious. So it's fun for them to have a silly class with VIPKid. But some kids take that and run with it. So we have to kind of reel them back in a little bit, get them back on task. We can have fun, but we need to teach them, right? For the most part, I've taught over 900 students. I have rarely ever had students telling me, no, they won't read. And no, they won't participate, right? Yeah, well, I've taught with VIPKid. Oh, well, I say 900. Maybe it's closer to 800. Let me check. But I've taught with VIPKid for in December it'll be 2 years. So feel free to look back at my first videos on YouTube. Oh my goodness, I cringed so bad because that's when I first started with VIPKid. Okay. There was recently a glitch or whatever, and it went from 800 students down to 700. So it's showing 716. When I said 900, that's like too much. But so I've taught more than this amount of classes. Apparently the new thing is they're just showing the MC classes, not the trials we've taught. I don't know. But it says 2,560 classes taught. So yeah, it is now 5 minutes until my next class. Thanks for hanging out with me, Candy Addicted. Will you tell me your first name? Tell me your first name, and feel free to add me on Facebook. I'm just Evelyn Joy on Facebook. But yeah. Oh, it's time for class in 5 minutes. Yep. So I have a 7 o'clock class and a 7:30 class. So definitely want to go to my 7 o'clock class because I'm getting paid $2 extra. Oh, your name is Candy. Oh, it's 8 a.m. in Georgia. Oh, it's time for class. See you later. Bye.